request to do a video on spiritual protection. I talked about this in a video, I think last year, but I feel like this is a good time to update this, especially since I've gotten the request. But as I'm recording this video, it's October and October 2023, and we are fast approaching eclipse season, and we're also gearing up for Halloween. And this is going to be a very energetic time, okay? Anytime you see this video, though, this information will be relevant. But I just wanted to talk about that here for a moment because the veil is getting thinner. And that happens at this time of year anyway. As we get towards Halloween from a spiritual perspective, the separateness between the two worlds gets thinner, right? But now that we are approaching eclipse season, as well as this time of the thinning veil, we're going to see an increase in psychic attacks, in spiritual warfare, right? It's already been intense for a lot of us, but there are things you can do to protect your energy, thank God, right? And I'm going to talk about those from the perspective of our five senses, okay? So sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. Is that all of them? Yeah. So just a couple of things about spiritual protection, a couple of tips. You want to cleanse, then protect. You don't want to protect, negative ass energy in your space. You want to cleanse that out and then protect you, protect your space. Whatever it is you're protecting, you want to cleanse it first. The second thing to remember is that spiritual protection can be very easy or complicated. It all depends on who you are and how much time and energy and resources you want to invest into it. But remember that intention is everything. So with that being said, do what you can with what you have, okay? Do whatever resonates with you. So if you like to get all fancy with your protection and have all these, different things going on, that's fine if that works with your energy. Me, myself, personally, I like to keep it simple because I want to be consistent, which is my next tip, is that you have to be consistent with spiritual protection methods because that energy has to build up over time, okay? I also want to talk about your working with ancestors here for a moment. Now, this is a very broad, wide topic, right? We could talk about ancestor protection forever, but I'm going to just talk about a few things here. Tips, okay? Stay within your lineage. That should be common sense, but I need to mention that because common sense isn't so common. You want to work with the ancestors that are in your family line, especially when you're just starting out, okay? Also, remember that not all of your ancestors are divine. They're not all good. So trust your intuition and use your discernment. Okay. Sometimes you'll have negative energies and entities coming in pretending that they're your ancestors too. So again, use your discernment, your intuition. And another thing to know about ancestors is that they don't give a fuck. Okay. So if you call on your ancestors for protection, whatever they decide to do, whatever is necessary for them to do to protect you, you need to be okay with that. And they're also going to make sure that you get a lesson as well, okay? So just know that if you work with your ancestors for real, they're going to show up for you and show out, and it's not going to always be pretty for whomever it is that is deciding they want to come up against you, okay? So I'm just going to leave that there. Do some more research if you are interested in, learning about your ancestors and veneration and ancestor worship and protection, okay? So let's talk about sight. Protection through your sight. That could be anything that you look at that will bring you a sense of peace and comfort. So this could be photos of deities or even statues or pictures of your spirit animals or symbols or sigils or whatever you like, right? We know that the evil eye and the Hamsa hand, these are very popular symbols of protection, as well as the cross, okay? But also using creative visualization techniques for protection, like, the white light, surrounding yourself with white light, or using the violet flame meditation or the pink bubble technique, whatever works for you. If you're a very visual person, if you're clairvoyant, then this type of protection might resonate with you. So moving on to sound protection. Now, I'm a huge fan of sound healing. I find it to be very, very effective. I'm going to talk about 3 frequencies here, but again, do what resonates with you. So 396 hertz is great for releasing fear in general, right? It's good for anybody that's dealing with negative thought projections, people trying to play with your mental energy, or you just allowing your mind to play tricks on you, okay? 417 hertz is good for problem solving. It also unblocks the throat chakra. And as I'm making this video, I know that there have been a lot of readers talking about throat chakra attacks and people trying to stop them from doing their readings, or people trying to block their creativity, and just people in general, right? Feeling like they're creatively blocked, or they can't speak up for themselves, they don't have a voice. So that's been a lot of where a lot of the spiritual warfare has been targeted, the throat chakra and the solar plexus. The last frequency I'm going to talk about is 174 hertz. This is a grounding frequency. It's also great for pain relief, but when you're grounded, you're also going to have some protection, right, from Earth, from Mother Gaia, because she's going to pull that negative energy out of you and transmute it and give you positive energy. And 174 hertz is a frequency that will help facilitate this level of awareness. The touch. So this is crystals, right? My favorite. Now, generally speaking, the black and red stones are going to provide protection for you. More so the black ones, but there are some red ones. All kyanite have some protective properties, okay? And you can use crystals or amulets or rings or carry worry stones. Again, whatever resonates with you. I'm going to include spiritual baths under this category of touch as well, because it's a sensory thing, right? You feel it when you're in the bath. So you can, of course, you should be taking your sea salt baths, or your showers, whatever is available to you. But there are some herbs that you can put in your bath. Again, do some research, but cloves and sage are really good to use in your bath for protection. These are not going to irritate your skin. Just use a little bit. And I would even suggest using like a reusable tea bag so you can avoid that cleanup, okay? And also protection oils and liquids, like Florida water, holy water, Run Devil Run, or even, regular sea salt water. These are all protection items that you can make or purchase that you can touch. Scents. I'm going to talk about 3 of them here. Again, there's a wide variety of scents that have protective properties, but, sage, Palo Santo, and dragon's blood are the 3 most popular scents that have some protective qualities, some protective elements to them, and they're readily available, readily accessible. Now, taste. I'm going to talk about moon water here, okay? This is a very controversial thing in the spiritual community, but I firmly believe that moon water works. You can put a jar of water out into the full moonlight and infuse it with some intentions and drink that for protection. You can also put crystals in that water, but any consumable protection drink that you decide to make or purchase for yourself is going to provide that protection, because again, intention is everything, okay? So I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.